Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and I'm here with my daughter Autumn, and we are going to talk about Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. And we're going to talk about something special, but right now I'll say, as all my Star Wars Episode 7 reviews, this has spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, go see it. It is awesome. You're going to love it. And if you've already seen it, let's talk about it. And oh yeah, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Come back, then watch the movie. You don't want to watch it first because there's spoilers in here. All right, let's talk about it. So what me and Autumn were going to talk about was there is a huge debate going on right now on Facebook about spoilers and Star Wars Episode 7. Tell me what your opinion is on the whole spoiler debate, and then I'll get into mine.
So, I honestly think that many people are saying that they do not want spoilers, especially for this iconic Star Wars movie. I definitely agree and think that should be respected. I have seen the Star Wars movies twice now, so I'm not a part of that group. But, and that is why we put the disclaimer here.
Yeah.
Like, saying, spoilers, go see the movie. But, I definitely think those requests should be respected.
So actually, it's only Saturday. The movie came out, for a preview night on Thursday night. Then everybody had all day Friday, and they had all day today, Saturday. So it was out on Thursday. It's now Saturday. And my take is, I feel you when it comes to spoilers up through Monday. Okay? My take is, on Monday, all bets are off. Okay? I have been willing to not spoil it in the comments on YouTube, but I feel that needs to get shut down on Monday. And the reason why is, and I will invite your comebacks on this, but here's my take, okay? If you have not seen the movie by Monday, you are a rank amateur fan, right? I would not even say you're not much of a Star Wars fan, in my opinion. Okay, so let's talk about what did we do to get here? When did I order my tickets for this?
The second they were available.
Like 2 months ago, right?
Yeah.
We purchased tickets for Thursday night, Saturday night, and Sunday 2 months ago before we even knew if this movie was going to be good or bad, right? In addition to that, we bought a set of tickets, and Tala had a singing choir engagement. And my wife came to me and said, hey, Tala's going to be singing at the time we're supposed to go see the Star Wars movie. And what I said back, do you remember what I said? It was a terrible thing. I'm glad you forgot it. What did I say?
No, I remember. It was a terrible thing. You said you'd rather go to Star Wars.
I said worse than that. I said, Tala can quit choir. Right? That's right. Your mother is a beautiful woman, and that's why I married her, but she's also very intelligent and kind. And she went on and bought tickets for a later show that night. So we had 6 tickets we couldn't even use that we gave to friends for nothing. We bought over 20 tickets for the Star Wars movie, right? So my point is, if you're a serious fan, you saw it on Thursday night, man. You saw it right away, right? So that's my issue, is I just can't take serious people who haven't seen it by Monday who are saying, I'm a fan of the movie, don't spoil it for me. You're not really a fan of the movie if you haven't seen it by Monday. Am I wrong?
Alright, so I have a few points on what you just said. So, you just described what you want to go see it this weekend. But there are many... you are a serious Star Wars fan. But there are many people who are serious Star Wars fan, but are not blessed with the resources that we are. Also, this movie is very different because you grew up with it. It is iconic. If it were a lesser movie, I don't think you'd feel as strongly about it.
That's definitely true.
And maybe
that's definitely true.
You would be the one saying, "Don't spoil it for me."
The other thing I would say is, my question is, especially on Monday, right? I'm willing to give people the weekend, right? But when it hits Monday, my question is, why should your mediocre fandom trump my avid fandom? Why should your mediocre fandom with, I don't want to get spoiled, trump my avid fandom for, hey, I want to talk about this with everyone, everywhere, all the time as much as possible? Why should their mediocre fandom trump my desire to talk about it immediately and talk about it broadly?
That is a good and interesting point, but I would counter that why should your mediocre enjoyment from discussion trump their enjoyment of watching the movie? Because the Star Wars movie was incredible. There were so many twists and turns, and if I had known them, I wouldn't have liked the movie as much. So
that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely agree. You're not going to like this movie as much if you get spoiled. That's a valid point. I think, it really is interesting. Yeah, but I guess what I would say is that my enjoyment of talking about Star Wars with my fans is not mediocre. It's pretty great. But
not nearly as great as
them seeing
the enjoyment of seeing the film.
That's arguable. I kind of see your point there. So the other thing I would say, as far as if you are a fan out there, the other thing that I realized is I hadn't been spoiled on Wednesday, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I haven't been spoiled, right? Now, if I'd been spoiled, I wouldn't have been angry. I expected to be spoiled before the movie because there's so much media out there, so much coverage. I thought there's no way we're going to get. The J.J. Abrams team worked so hard to keep this movie secret that I was impressed that they were able to do it. So my point is they were able to do it, right? So on Wednesday, I went on a Facebook fast, right? And I was like, I'm just not even going on Facebook. I'm not going on social media until I've seen the film. It's a day and a half, right? So if you're out there and you don't want to get spoiled, don't use social media. And what's even worse is don't be one of these people I've seen going on social media saying, don't spoil me. If you're on social media, you are looking to get spoiled, right? That's like going to a water park and saying and complaining because you got wet. Now, am I wrong there?
Now, I would agree that you should take a break from social media if you're really worried about this. However, I would compare more to standing by a fountain and complaining you got wet. There is a chance you'd get wet, but Facebook was never meant for spoilers. It was meant for connecting people from a long distance. It wasn't meant for leaking
information,
movies.
Yeah. So publicly. It's a great point. And I'll throw this in. Overall, what did you think of the movie?
Oh my goodness. It was mind-blowing. It was an incredible movie. Best movie I will see this decade.
Yeah, amen. I totally agree. And it was awesome, for me to be able to share it with you. It was just so special to, and also for, I shared this with you before the film, and I just want to share it with fans out there. Autumn is the third generation of Garibay to see this movie on opening night. My father took me, I took my daughter, and I am hoping that you will take your clone children to see Star Wars as well. And that their robot companions will go as well. Yeah. And that you will all be flown there by your family's artificial intelligence in your flying car. That is going to be awesome.
Will do. But actually, when I saw the movie, it was funny because he talked about it beforehand, but there was almost this sort of reverence, sitting there, seeing the opening scroll in the big screen. I was like, I have been able to see this on opening night, and it was very cool.
It really was. It was awesome. Mm-hmm. Also, we wanted to just kind of point out, above us are these awesome snowflakes. These were done by my daughter, Tala Garibay, and she's really special, and she's quite the artist, and so just wanted to call that out there. But Autumn, thanks for talking about me about spoilers, and it's just wanted to talk about it, so it was great. All right, take care.